And we are live, and welcome to the Black Sofa and another introducing live stream. I haven't done one of these for a few weeks now. I think the last person I interviewed was Atheist Rationale. But tonight I'm introducing Rise to Raze.
Hello, everyone.
So do you want to start by introducing yourself?
Yeah. Um, I'm obviously Rise to Raze. Same handle on Twitter. Um, I'm mainly a gameplay channel, though if I can figure out how editing software works, I may start branching out into response videos. Um, but as it stands now, mainly just stick to gameplay. Though with my I mainly stream Destiny 2, though I'm probably about to start streaming some Dragon Ball if anyone enjoys that.
Okay.
Currently, the only recurring series I have right now is The Drunk Guardian. Well, I get drunk while playing Destiny.
Okay, cool.
That's the only way to enjoy that game.
I see. Um, you've already started telling us a bit about your channel, but what made you decide to start your channel?
um, Really, it was just the some of the conversations I had with my friends I would play with. We always had some strange, if that would be the word, conversations where it would either would just be insulting each other, mocking, just one of the mill really conversations between some friends. And it reminded me very much of Soviet Wombos bullshittery,
Okay.
uh, bullshittery series, and I thought I can do something like this. I can have a bit of fun with my friends, and even if I only get one person to watch a stream, I'll consider it a success.
Yeah.
And that was the ensuing result. I've yet to get one person to watch a stream all the way through.
Okay. Um, so what games are you going to be streaming then?
Um, like I said, right now it's mainly Destiny 2. Um, Once I get all the DLC characters for Dragon Ball Fighters, I'll be streaming that. I'm probably about to start streaming a playthrough of the new Spider-Man PS4 on ultimate difficulty. Uh,
Okay.
just as time goes on, I get some what's the word I'm looking for? Stream friendly, I guess.
Yeah.
Games I'll be streaming more and more. Right
Okay.
now, it's a very limited selection. I only have just a handful of games.
All right. I see. What is your favorite game?
Um, it's a tie between Bloodborne and Spider-Man.
Okay. So I've heard great things about Spider-Man actually.
Oh God, that game is phenomenal. I've played every Spider-Man game since the PS1, and this is by leaps and bounds far superior than every other Spider-Man game I've played.
Wow. Yeah.
I
Well,
was I was actually quite concerned about it going into it because I've always had a habit of comparing Spider-Man games to Spider-Man 2.
Right.
Possibly one of the most well-received Spider-Man games in modern history, and just simply due to its web slinging mechanics. And this one, it blows it out of the water. It's so good.
What's the gameplay like?
Um, Extremely fluid. It actually feels like you are Spider-Man. The just web slinging mechanic, they all. I don't think I've quite found a way to describe it yet, other than this is exactly how I see Spider-Man moving in the comics.
Brilliant. Well, we look forward to seeing some of the Spider-Man gameplay on your channel then.
It is. It's quite a feat. I'm planning on platinuming it out before I start streaming it, and I'm almost there. I've just another few trophies to gather.
Okay, cool. Um, I noticed you did a deconversion interview with Neil.
I did.
I haven't got around to watching it yet, um, but I think some of my, I think there's an overlap of his viewers and my viewers. Um, but just give us a brief overview of your deconversion story for those who may not have heard it.
Um, for most of my life, I was a Baptist, uh, and right around 13 or 14, I actually started to take my religion seriously, converted over to a fundamentalist Southern Baptist, so very much like tatted atheist. Yeah, gays the devil. Atheists, so servants of the devil. That I truly believed some abhorrent things. Um, and around 15 or 16, I started to question my faith, and by the time I was late 16, early 17, I had completely dropped a pretense of faith. I just simply did not believe it at that point.
Okay. Um, and I just want to say a big hello to everyone watching, including Shane, Red Venture, and Armitage Brain Sample. Yeah, so yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. It's good to have you.
Thank you for watching the interview. Thank you for watching my interview.
And so we were talking off air just before we went live about about comics. Well, what's the most you've ever spent on a graphic novel?
That would it depends on how you ask that. Because I have several single issues. I have trades and I have an omnibus. They all run at different prices. For a single trade, I would say about 15 for an issue. Just a single issue comic. For a trade, um, that was actually $55 at a from a Serious House on Serious Oath.
Okay.
Um, and then for the omnibus, it was $180 for Green Lantern Omnibus Volume One.
Wow. And how much did you spend on Watchmen?
I spent like 85 dollars.
Yeah, I mean, that's I'm trying to think how much that is in pounds. But there's not that much difference these days between pounds and dollars. I don't think so. I think
Mm,
£60. I think.
yeah, they're almost the same. There's a little difference.
Yeah. But who who do you favor? Marvel or DC?
That very much depends. For comics, I much prefer DC, but for movies, there's no contest. It's Marvel.
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree with you on that one. I think the Marvel films are superior to the DC ones, definitely. Um, who's your favorite costumed character superhero?
It would be Batman, though I don't. I refuse to call him a superhero simply because when I think superhero, I think of a superpowered individual.
Okay.
Batman, he's a lot more relatable in that sense, whereas he's just a normal guy. Sure, he may be filthy, stinking rich, and that is an unrealistic standard for most people. But other than that, uh, with the actual skills he has, any normal person can achieve that if they were to
If they
stick
had
to
a
a regimen.
suppose, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think yeah, definitely. One of Batman is one of my favorites as well. I've loved Batman since I was a kid. Um,
I've probably spent about $300 to $400 just on Batman comics.
wow, that that's dedication, isn't it?
It is. Most of my comics, all I'd say a good half of all the comics I own, all just Batman.
Oh, right.
Along with about $400 in tattoos, both of which I have relate back to Batman.
Okay. How about manga and anime?
Anime, it's I don't know. I have a very wide viewing. I don't stick to any one type. Um, one day I can be watching Your Lie in April. The next it'll be Goblin Slayer. The next it may be My Monster Masame, and I am not ashamed to say that. I very
Okay.
well should be, but uh, or maybe even Puella Madoka Magica. And my God, that show will break your heart.
All right. I'm not familiar with that one. I've been recently watching Erased.
Oh, nice. I've I've only seen a few episodes of it, but I've been meaning to watch it all the way through.
Yeah, it's got some. Oh, that's my family coming back. um, hold on, I'm going to turn the mic off.
Um, I'm not really all that sure what to say here. Just I am quite an odd individual.
I was just saying hi to my family.
But
I'm just recording.
thing.
They've
Oh,
just come in. Sorry about that. So yeah, dead air is not very entertaining, is it? So,
it's not. I was trying to say thank you to everyone who was watching.
all right, okay. So did you really have Godless Cranium on your channel?
I did. Unfortunately, it wasn't until after the stream had ended and I was rewatching it, just because that's a part of why I want to stream. I could go back through and watch my gameplay to see where I screwed up, so I could kind of improve. Um, I noticed that nothing he said was coming through. I don't think he had his broadcast settings on right, and
I
that
saw some of it, and yeah, you're right. The sound quality was not very good, unfortunately.
it wasn't. Hopefully, though, with the new camera I got, it does pick up sound better on my end. But I was quite sad that nothing he was saying was coming through. Uh, because how I saw it is, this is one of my favorite YouTubers. I got to stream with him. I had him all on my channel, which albeit while it wasn't so and so video featuring God, I still felt like it was a personal milestone.
Yeah.
And then I watched it and I'm like, oh no,
How did that come
I
about,
can't kill him.
though? How did that come about?
I actually just messaged him on Twitter asking if I could have him if I could add him on PlayStation Network. I felt like it was a long shot. I didn't really think he would see my message, let alone respond. But no, he did. He said yes. Uh, Accepted my friend request and agreed to stay in the group when I asked if it was alright if I went live to stream some Crucible gameplay.
Oh, that's awesome. I'd really like to have him on my channel sometime. Um, but I'm a bit shy of asking him. But I suppose, what have I got to lose? Um,
He's a very nice individual. I honestly I don't think he has it in him to harm a fly, let alone another person's feelings on purpose.
no, well, no, he comes across as a nice guy, actually. And Godless Cranium, if you are watching, then you're welcome. Welcome to come on my channel anytime. We'll make it happen. And we'll have to. I'll have to message him like you did, and I'm sure he'll. We'll make it happen somehow. And so, well, what was I going to say now? Oh yes. So, who apart from Godless Cranium, who would you say were your main YouTube influences?
Um, Obviously, Godless Cranium, uh, Godless Engineer, Soul Sick, the Social Inequality Crusader, Logic, uh, Tildeal, and going completely on to left field here, Soviet Womble.
All right, Soviet Womble's a new one on me. What's his channel all about?
It's just purely gameplay.
Oh,
He has a series called Bullshittery, where he and his friends just they'll play Alma, CS:GO, or whatever, but they just bullshit.
Yeah.
They don't take it seriously whatsoever. You'll have comments like so and so called me fat, you all fat, a scream and then silence, followed by asking if they ate the microphone.
All right. So what are your goals for your channel?
Um, it's actually to branch out into a response channel. I've been wanting to do that for actually quite some years, but due to hardware limitations, I found it easier to just go with gameplay.
Okay.
Um, Even when I get into being just a response channel, I still want there to be gameplay. Still may have that be a weekly event once I actually get settled into my work schedule. Um, night shift is quite a bother when you're trying to get anything done.
I bet, yeah.
But it's as for any subscription goals, um, frankly, I didn't think I'd ever get a single subscriber. I was mainly doing it as just a way for me to have a laugh with my friends and to analyze my own gameplay to see where I screwed up and where I can improve. So the fact that I have any subscribers is a massive success to me already. Um,
Yeah, yes, that's good. Yeah, that's really brilliant. And I just want to say hi, big hi to Spooky Bed Hair and Compelled Unbeliever, who have also joined us. And we're going to be taking questions from the viewers in a bit. But first, I've got a no. I don't have any more questions actually. I thought I did, but okay. So we'll take questions from chat now. So if you've got any questions for Rise to Raze, now's the time.
I promise I'm not that rude, unless you're a creationist. Then I am.
Spooky Bed Hair says, "I subbed to Rise to Raze. I'm a hero."
Thank you.
Um, we were talking about anime earlier. What's your favorite anime?
Well, just the entire Dragon Ball franchise, minus GT. That was bad.
Okay. Um, I think my favorite anime series is Death Note.
Oh, Death Note's it's definitely in my top five. Um, a close second contender is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Uh, just everything about that show was great, from just the animation style to how serious it could get when it wasn't trying to make a joke of itself, to just how dark things could get without you even really expecting it. And those moments will almost brought me to tears at several points. Especially if any of you are familiar with the show, Nina. I'm not afraid to admit I did cry.
Okay. Yeah. Um, Spooky Bed Hair asks, "Where are you from?"
I am from Georgia, Metro Atlanta. If it's in regard to the accent, it's actually just a speech impediment. I was born a preemie, and I can't say the letter O. You know, like the pirate's favorite letter. Uh, and
Oh,
for some reason, it makes me sound like I have an accent.
oh, right, I see. Doc Fearsome has joined us. Welcome. Um, so, does anyone else have any questions for Rise to Raze? No, not, not.
I, I promise I try to answer questions. You can please feel free.
um, Doc Fearsome says hi,
Hello, Doc.
and I think we'll we'll go for another 5 minutes, and then because it's coming up to midnight, so
Oh,
we'll
it is
go.
late for you.
Yeah, it's late. Yeah, it's late here. Oh, compelled unbeliever. What does he plan on focusing his gaming on in the future?
Um, I try. I want to try to focus on fighting games, whether it be like FPS or classical like arcade fighting, like from Dragon Ball Fighters. Um, but as for right now, it is mainly Destiny 2.
Okay. So, Spooky Bedhair says, cheers for the answer.
No problem, Spooky.
Um, and I just want to take this opportunity to get to give a shout out. When my two daughters came in, came in just now, and they've gone up to bed now, but they were here for a bit. Um, my eldest daughter asked for a shout out, and they actually have a YouTube channel of their own. Um, my eldest daughter is called Felicia. She's 10, and my youngest is called Caris. She's 6.5, and they have a channel for children of their age um, called Yorkshire Cool Kids, where they do challenges and games and and all sorts of fun stuff. So yeah, their YouTube channel is Yorkshire Cool Kids. If you're watching and you have kids aged from from 5 to 10 to I don't know 12, I'm sure they will love their channel, and uh, they assure me that they're going to be more consistent in making videos soon because their videos seem to be a bit sporadic at the moment, but they assure me that they're going to be more the videos are going to be more frequent. So do if you've got kids, then subscribe. Hi, frustrated atheist. Hello, welcome. So, any further questions for Rise the Rays before we wrap things up?
Um, Well, while we're waiting on any last questions, I would like to say that I'm probably about to be going live on my channel.
Okay.
Um, may stream just a few matches of Dragon Ball Fighters if I can get into a lobby. That always seems to be the most difficult part. Um, but if you like Dragon Ball or you just want to ask me any last question that maybe you couldn't think of during this, I will be there. Um, and I hope to see any number of you.
And I've put a link below in the descriptions uh, for Rise to Raze's channel as well, where you can find him. So you can always click on the link. Compelled Unbeliever is asking, how do you record your videos for gaming?
I have a PlayStation camera and I use the in-system broadcasting.
Okay.
It's nothing fancy. I would like an Elgato capture card so that way I could edit my videos a bit. But being a bit strapped on cash that I am at the moment, I make do with what I got.
Yeah. Um, yeah. I'm in the same boat. I guess we just have to, make do with what we've got, and just get software and hardware as we go along, kind of thing.
Yeah, I know I'm trying to save up for a computer, and at that point, I hope that my channel can actually take off in the direction that I want it to.
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, it's midnight here in the UK, so I'm gonna wrap things up. Um, yeah, thanks a lot for coming on my channel. It's been good. It's been great having you.
No problem. Thank you for having me on, and it was absolutely fantastic talking to you.
Yeah, likewise. And thank you, everyone who has tuned in, and a big thanks to everyone who may be watching this later later on. Do subscribe to Rise to Raise. As I've said, I put a link in the description. And if you're new here, then do subscribe to my channel as well. Um, I will be. I tend to upload new videos, one new video every week, and I'm going to make a new response video quite soon. I've already written the script, and it's going to be a good one. So stay tuned for that one. But for now, as always, thanks for watching, and bye for now.